Great, time for tonight's broadcast. All right, brought to you by the Fifth Dimension. I haven't seen that in a while. It's something different. All right, so tonight is can't remember already. Tall Whites. Continue with that. Going to the Atlantean energy and a cave called M Cave is by Area 51. Now, I'm not sure if you're allowed to go there anymore, or even well, first off, find it. But it's kind of an interesting story about the M Cave of a hiker. I'll post it up here in a second. I went there and found it. It's like an M shape somewhere on the cave, and he felt scared. He felt just. It's an interesting story. He felt just, and it's by Area 51 and a couple other Air Force bases. And he came back, and then he left, and he went back with a gun. He couldn't find it, and he has a YouTube channel. You just look up MK. I think it's called MK. Yeah. Just look it up. You'll find him. Not that much out there about him, but and when he what else was there? I need to I put this in the social network. I forgot about that. So yeah, he was talking to YouTubers on his YouTube channel that maybe he should go. People weren't believing him, and one YouTuber said, "Don't go out there, don't go back." He went back and never seen him again. So kind of bizarre. So it's in a nice neighborhood, but I believe that's all military owned now, that area. At least they're trying to get ownership of it. So it's kind of fascinating. So I'll go into, we'll go into Atlantis in a second. Okay. And we'll see what the Tall White have to say about all that. Oh yeah, we'll go this way first. ZionTar.com, we have private sessions. Scheduler, we're at a channel, Google Hangout, Zoom, and channel on my phone. I'm on the 29th. 29th, answering questions. Same situation here. We have sign up for the webinar if you like to. We have social network. Rabbit, got a new rabbit up for everyone's something. And we have early access. And the movie for the early access will be up on the next part 2 will be up Wednesday. Those are kind of interesting. I don't always remember what I'm talking about, but anyway. Okay, that's the M Cave. So this is the guy, Kenny Veach. Yeah, I've seen their Nellis Air Force Base. That's where the Tall Whites are, also. So, not a surprise there. I don't think they ever really found the. Jeez. Anyway. Yeah. So secret space program, right in your face. I don't think I've ever actually talked about it in that way. So they have a movie Alien, based on a true story. It's like, I think what was it like? If you're out in space, does anybody hear you scream? I mean, jeez. It's like the secret space program on drugs. So. I wouldn't doubt any of this is. I mean, I imagine a lot of this is based on a true story in some shape or form. So obviously, there's a lot. They just give little nuggets of what they're up to. So, that's for the M Cave. Okay, we have enough of that. Okay, loveliness, isn't it? So secret space, that was, we'll see what else we go into the secret space program with Tall Whites. I'll continue with them. I'm not sure how long this is going to go with them, but we'll just see where Um, well, I'm kind of getting Anunnaki a little bit of a break, but then who knows, they might pop in. We'll see if I feel like you should come in, or maybe might bring in Arcturian energies or something like that, something a little bit different. So the title is Downfall. Oh yeah, Atlantis thing. That's right. That's right. I wanted to put this out there. Yeah, about Atlantis. I've been having like a little bit of a download about the Canadian Akashic records. It's not been pleasant. It can wear you out. Let's put it that way. So I talked about the feel like a feline reality and a reptilian reality before Atlantis. So the fall of Atlantis, what I was connecting to, was that there's always little pieces here. I can't keep track of everything. But like during the fall of Atlantis, like the female became super powered, but not in a good way. Became I kept seeing like laser beams out of the eyes. I'm not sure if that's entirely true. I do see like lasers out of the eyes, just like Superman. Actually, but the female became like a bomb when it got manipulated. And you can kind of see that today, even with the SJW science situation. It's like it's trying to, not exactly be a positive influence on society. Of course, there's many positive influences out there, but the negative isn't very pleasant. So yeah, what I felt was the Atlantis when the negative females. It's gonna be interesting for some people. And yeah, the male was moving in. You can say. So they take a powerful female that was this wicked or out of control, and sacrifice her, and they'd get their power. They get her power. Always feel the power from her. Or it was they receive. I don't know. It just they get power from her somehow. Of course, you can take a positive Atlantean and a sacrifice. That's not the same. You want somebody that's powerful, wicked. They can take their power and manipulate society, but for the male to do it instead of the female. So the reason, and when this happened, when a lot of the positive females went rogue, when it got dark, that's what closed down Mother Earth's energy. Is what I received from that. They're very connected to Mother Earth, very positive, powerful. But when they started getting all funky in the mind, that's what shut down nature. That's what caused Mother Earth to cause her a lot of difficulties. For her to make, to shut down the planet, basically. So, yeah, when a lot of their female connections are no longer there, the world kind of went into turmoil, like the polar shift and things like that. So, yeah, the female was an anchor, and it wasn't there anymore. So then Atlantis eventually fell, and so the Earth was never the same. Mother Earth is kind of like out of control, you can say in some regard. So, and that's why some people feel blocked from nature, and that's what's keeping the third dimension going. Also, why so many people are connected to that reality, they're not. It's very difficult from the release. You can see this through a spell work and things like that. It's never that clear, but manipulation on many levels. So that's at least one level of our, at least my point of view, our evolution, which makes sense when you think about it. I just see this, the fall of the female during Atlantis, and I just see lasers out of the eyes. I just keep seeing that. It's not because of pop culture either. Just like the power of that. But of course, you can interpret that in any way, but it does make sense when the female breaks down, which explains why the female has been tortured throughout the world too. Males are just taught to sacrifice and cause females hell to gain their power. So, is it for their own, until we balance ourselves, which we have a long way to go. So, something around those lines. So, all right, so going to Tall White connections. We're going to secret space program Atlantis a little bit. We'll see where we get with it. They're kind of like a little bit of a mixed bag sometimes with Tall Whites, but it's all good. Okay, so blessings. Here we go. Greetings, you all the tall whites. I'm Adrian. Brings your happiness on your world. Atlantean beings, yes, is an offshoot of many different alien species. As you see a tall white connected to a Palladian, yes, we do connect. We don't always connect, but part of the human evolution, yes, we contributed to the human evolution. But we don't look for credit. We work for knowledge. What can we learn from you that we have not learned from ourselves? And the Palladian added beauty as the tall whites add infrastructure, how your body works. Of course, yes, there's other alien species that are not always speaking about, but basically, what can we understand from this world that we can't figure out? So you're the human is understanding the knowledge because you're downloading a great amount of knowledge that many of us aren't aware of, such as your Earth's history. Yes, we might have found your world and brought reincarnation here through the Arcturians, but Arcturians might have the knowledge, but they're not giving it to all us alien beings of where your world came from. Its histories. We have our knowledge of it to an extent, but we don't have all of it. So what you're going through is many civilizations that have been blacked out from the history of the world. Yes, we know our history on your planet. Of course, even that's been fragmented due to war. But there's much more history to your world. As some will say, your world was a moon at one time that got terraformed to the planet you are today. A giant moon, or your world is still like a moon size when you think about it. It's been transformed quite a bit. Yes, we'll put that out for you to connect. As you are part of this matrix reality where anything goes, and Arcturian beings, Elohim beings, and others have a way of changing the vibrations of any structure. Especially your definition of the moon isn't always exactly what a moon truly is from different perspectives. So you're learning from a world that is so old. By being here, you're retrieving much of its knowledge. And yes, you're going through a lot of turmoil because this world's been through, or moon world, moon planet, has been through a lot of turmoil in its past. So those little fragments you're receiving, even some of your looks, where you act, is not a tall white or a Palladian, right? Or even reptilian. Meaning your society is still a mystery to us. Even to your Orions. We see little fragments of your world in other places, every other universes, but still, we don't have all the answers to you. So you're here to answer those questions as you transform. This is why you've been shut down the way you have also. As many beings don't want you that knowledge out of what your world, where your world came from to begin with. I mean, yes, we have fragments of history's ideas, but still, to see it in action, for you to relive your Earth's history, to resurrect what's been lost here, is what you're doing at this moment. It's not always about your universe. Yes, your universe has a lot of knowledge, but also your world is it's a tricky planet. It's not your normal world. You don't see yourselves connecting to other planets at this time. It's like a secret. I mean, to you, you are a secret of the universe. You're not connecting to the universe. That's always publicly, no. But if there is a secret space program, which there is, what's up with the secret? Why so many secrets? Why not tell your people what the hell is going on? What the hell does it matter? As we are just right now just observers to see what you do in your growth. Aliens can only go so far with assistance, as many of you know. Yes, it interferes with our society. And next thing you find out, our world turns into yours. We don't need that. Well, why so many tall whites are here to help balancing your planet? It's like a magnet. Primitive basically here to help you find your way without saying a word. Yes, we might be talking now, but we're not always talking often. We're just sending out the vibration for you to figure yourselves out. Yes, connect to the Akashic records, connect to the sun, and bring a new energy to the earth. Your Anunnaki was here to retrieve a lot of your knowledge, but for you to figure it out. As yes, to put you through this, we call it contest, to see what you have, see what you're capable of. Because not all alien beings are aware of what you're capable of. As yes, you're going through this low vibration through manipulations. It's like when you start peeling through all of the manipulations and seeing where you come from. That's so we're like maturing your world. But once again, we don't always know what you're going to turn into, what's always going to happen here. Spirit has more of an idea, but they're not always talking to us because not all aliens have to have all the knowledge. What's the reason that? What's the fun in that? As even if we did know your histories, and many of us do, we're just not going into details. As basically you're connected to disclosure. Is disclosure, yes, your Trump and his super soldier serum that he has right now. All of a sudden he's better in some ways. All of a sudden he's back on his feet like nothing ever happened. A recharge, you can say. But your soul growth is quite different than alien energies. As usually alien beings don't go through what your world has gone through for this long. I mean, a few hundred years, 400 or 500 years, 1,000 tops, but you've had much more than that, which makes your world a special world, unique, dangerous at times, depending on where you're at. Yes, your Area 51 is not exactly, it's not a friendly place, of course not. It is once again, you are being, this is not just a world of negativity, no. It is a world of different possibilities. Your story you've been told about your atom bomb and all of that. Yes, there's different versions of that, but it has not been fully. It's like, oh, we just let them bomb themselves and see what happens. It's much more to it than that. You just don't. We don't just sit back and let you do these things. Because you have been helped by alien species. Some alien species just want to destroy your planet. I think they left some of that out when they're talking about your world has gone too far. Some alien beings thought they can hijack your planet, and they got pretty close in doing so. And you're still going through it at this time. Well, basically, a lot of technology is brought to your world, they say, a little bit too soon. So if you're going to get technologies like this, they're not going to make it easy for your growth. So you're going to go through all this type of transformations that you're going to go. If you get these technologies, you're going to go through hell, let's put it that way. And you're going through a new balance of yourself, a new transformation. So now you're getting more Akashic records downloaded slowly into your conscious mind. So yes, your next year, your next couple of years are going to be very different than what you're used to. Untangling the old timelines, adding new ones. We'll also say your current moon is an Orion moon. And yes, there is an Orion presence here on quietly. Yes. They like to hide in the shadows, as you can see. And they were part of your your Ark of the Covenant being open. Yeah, with laser blasts from your Atlanteans. A lot of them were trying to hide Orion beings, or even not Anunnaki, but a lot of those Orions here to hide a lot of your alien technology from the Atlanteans. And yes, of course, they are part of your Bible also, unfortunately. To scribble things up, to make everything out of place. Anunnaki is not always known to do something like that, but Orions are. Anunnaki would have no problem to lay things out for you to figure it out. They have nothing to hide. They're happy to tell you the truth, but some beings don't want you to know the truth. So, but they're not Anunnaki. In some ways, we can say they're too lazy to change things around. Too well, there's kind of a war there to give you what you need to know. So your Bible is all kind of scribbled and scrambled, and you don't know what it's talking about. Like humanity today, lost, not completely, but a jigsaw puzzle. And of course, when you put the pieces back together again, many of them don't fit because it's a different world. This is not your average puzzle on your planet. But many of you are activating yourselves and you already feel it. In the next I would say 7 years of soul transformation, they've never experienced ever before. Now, that's for those of you that want to go through this. Majority of society is going to look the other way. Of course, they'll go through a change. They're already feeling it. It's not going so well, as you can see. Greetings, the Arcturians. Greetings to your society. Yes, the human development, your why your bodies are the way they are. Yes, is to retrieve information from your planet. Now, yes, you don't feel like you're retrieving a great deal at this moment. It's like a stagnant energy for now. But as the soul becomes more activated within your body, because it's half energy, as many of you know. Well, yes, there's gamma. Yes, gamma rays going through the majority of your human to shut the human down. But as you go into more of who you are, your body, yes, transforms. Yes, to the new human, basically. Yes, gradually. It's not going to happen overnight. It can take hundreds, thousands of years actually for it to fully go into its phase that many of you are looking for. So it was made in a way, well, yes, to also bring out the knowledge of your earth, of your histories that have been buried for obvious reasons. You can say some alien beings like it's like the old ways did not work. Old civilizations were backwards. And this world has been a problem child for other planets, other universes in its past. So what agendas is that yes, it has been a positive energy and it goes dark, goes positive, goes dark, goes positive, goes dark. But now you're going to more positive, and I believe you're here to keep it that way. And I believe you will be successful this time. Of course, it takes a long time for it to get there. Because you're still knowing yourselves. And the gradual process is yes, you might be able to activate quickly to a higher vibration. But what about the children of the earth? They're just not ready for that. But that doesn't mean you won't have alien energies. As many as, if we haven't had our alien downloads, we haven't had our ships yet. What's the holdup? Well, yes, it's called a secret space program that's causing a lot of difficulties for alien visitation here. As well, your government or your secret space has made it very difficult for an alien being to just appear in the sky without having difficulties for their own species. So yes, they can land here, but then all of a sudden their planet has a problem now. They might be able to roam around and talk to you, but what about their family? Because it becomes a target. And you'd be surprised how truthful that is. Now, humanity is going to start to open up their chakras ever so slowly to how the world operates. Ever so slowly. Those that don't believe in any of this start getting intuition, ideas of thinking a little bit differently. I can say ever so slowly. It's just like the tide has finally come in for some of them. So many that are going through a lot of difficulties. Doesn't mean they always have to go through it, but some need to go through it for their own. Doesn't mean they're going to connect to aliens and higher dimension vibrations. There's still a lot of learning to go there. Yes, this is not a path for everyone. What you are going through, the spiritual path, is not going to be for the rest of the world. A good portion, yes, but there's always going to be, like all religions, many people are part of different religions. Many people are part of different type of spirituality, such as the alien connections and spirit guides and all of that. So there's always going to be groups, or is this always going to be an alien group, a non-believer, a this alien group that believes on only what they want to believe in, and alien groups that believe in everything. They don't care. There'll be open-minded alien people, called your people. There's others that are closed-minded. It's part of the growth. But as for that fully healing through your planets, well, many of you will have your own experiences of alien transition. Yes, more through the dream energies and the astral and downloads, and eventually will find its way in the physical when the time is right. That's all we can offer at this time. But as for, yes, the cave, the M cave, yes, it is actually, that is very Anunnaki, but not of the positive side. No, that's all I can say on that. And of course, hidden, yes, there's a lot of hidden gems in your desert area of America that is very Atlantean. That's one of the reasons why your bases are there. So, blessings to you all.